I'm Darby Stanchfield. I'm an actress living in Los Angeles. Life here can get really hectic. And for me, there is no better escape than relaxing with some tea. I love traveling, so when I was approached by Pure Leaf to journey to Indonesia with tea master Alex White to see an actual tea estate, I jumped at the chance.
That is beautiful.
I grew up in Alaska, so there's no place I'm more comfortable than the outdoors.
We're in paradise.
Which is why I'm so excited to travel to the edge of the rainforest to see how tea is picked and processed, to meet the people working in the fields, and immerse myself in the culture of Indonesia.
My name is Alex White, and I am a tea taster for Pure Leaf. I have been working with Dewata remotely for as long as I've worked with tea. I've seen many estates, yet I've never been to Dewata, and that's what really excites me about this trip.
I'm just a tea lover, so I'm really excited to just go down this rabbit hole of it, the adventure and the art making of tea.
After 23 hours in the air, I touched down in Jakarta on the northwestern coast of the Indonesian island of Java. In Jakarta, trains are the preferred method of transportation. With over 2,500 miles of track spread throughout the country, it's the smart way to get around.
I've never been anywhere like this. I've never been to Southeast Asia. I feel like everywhere I turn, there's something new to see.
It's a 5-hour train ride from Jakarta to the town of Bandung. Then we hop in the Jeep for the 4-hour trip up into the mountains. Our destination is the Dewata Tea Estate. This 594-hectare plantation employs over 900 people and processes 15 tons of green tea a day.
It's so green and the air is so fresh.
I feel like I'm in paradise, you know?
Well, it's funny you say that. Dewata actually means paradise.
Dewata means paradise.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
pretty fitting, isn't it?
I love it. Such an adventure.
There is a very tight partnership between Pure Leaf and Dewata. We use a lot of their amazing teas in our products. This relationship, it's very sustainable, it's mutual, it's symbiotic.
So fresh and beautiful out here. Oh, there they are. Oh.
The estate is owned and operated by father and son, Rahmat and Rabi Badrudin.
Hi.
Hi.
So
My goodness, you
beautiful.
make it.
Hi.
Welcome, Darby. Welcome to
Alex, how are
Dewata
you?
Tea Estate.
I see the similarities, father and son.
I'm a brother.
Excuse me, brother.
Dewata is always a special place for us as a family and also as a company. We are now third generation tea company. We are already like a big family. The total people living in this village is about 2,400 people. We are actually located quite remote from the closest village, so we have to self-sustain our needs here from electricity, schools, medicine, hospital. We are basically a self-sustained village. We have a lot of rivers and creeks in this area. In 1990s, we decided to build micro hydropowers. It runs about 240 kilowatts. That can generate enough electricity for the whole village and also for the tea factories.
So I've got a surprise for you. Do you remember that gunpowder you sent me?
Yeah.
Hang on. Look at this.
Wow. So is that our Dewata gunpowder?
Yes, these are 3 green teas that we made with
Wow.
the Dewata gunpowder.
Can I see
From
that?
so these were made here, from the tea from here.
Yes, these teas were on those plants.
Wow.
Crazy.
Great.
So these tea bags are made this way so that the tea has more room to brew, and they are made from sustainable sources. So this material is made out of corn. Would you
Corn.
believe that? Yeah.
Amazing. I feel like I'm
Type of
getting
application.
like a real insider moment here.
Our objective is to keep this brand as authentic as possible, be it in tea bags or in bottles as well.
Is that with their tea too?
This is not gunpowder, but this is using green tea from Dewata. This is a very special product because it's brewed with real tea leaves. It never powders, never concentrates. What do you
I
think?
like it very much.
Wow.
Familiar flavor?
Does it taste like your backyard?
Even better.
Even better.
With the
Yes.
mint leaf, I think it's very refreshing. The green briskness, the taste
Yeah.
notes.
That's why I was excited to come here. You know, to see the source, the
Yeah, you will know the story behind this
Yes,
cup
I
of
can
tea.
say that I know where
Yeah.
this tea leaves grow. Cheers.
Darby,
Yes.
Cheers.
To
Let
good
us
tea.
enjoy.
Let's try this.
To
the
wonderful,
authenticity of it.
beautiful tea.
We are headed out to the fields of the Dewata Tea Estate to get a lesson on when and how to pick the best tea leaves.
So that is tea that still needs to be picked. You see how green it is? It's almost
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's got
I hope
that
we're going up
green
there.
velvet over it.
I mean, it's amazing. Even from here, you can see where it's like light green and dark green, like patches where they have picked. Here's your basket.
Thank you.
Hi, Alex.
We meet again.
Darby.
How you doing?
So you made it.
We made
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Beautiful drive up here.
Amazing
Really?
views.
Yes.
Who are these ladies?
These are the ladies who are helping us in getting the right tea leaf,
Selecting the tea leaves.
selecting the tea leaf into the factory.
Hi.
Okay. I want them to teach you on
Yes.
how to pick the right leaf, yeah?
Yeah.
Very well.
Okay.
We'll go to plucking school first.
Another thing that attracted me to tea is its amazing historical heritage. Some things have not changed for many centuries. It's such a beautiful, simple process.
It's beautiful.
People have been handpicking tea for thousands of years in exactly the same way our teacher is showing us. It seems simple. Pick 2 leaves and a bud.
Like that? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Like this?
No? Doing it wrong?
Oh, she says don't yank it.
You don't want to bruise it. That's the idea.
Right.
I mean, the detail they put into the picking, it's amazing.
You were telling me that the flavor of the tea, the quality of the tea depends on how carefully they pick.
That's right.
The part in the tea bush that you harvest is the shoot, is the new growth of the plant. We ensure only the youngest shoots are selected because they are the ones who give the better tea.
This is a nursery. This is where we do our own replanting. So you're gonna see small babies from
How
1
old?
week
How old?
until 1 year before they are ready to be dispatched.
Wow.
How often do you need to rotate the plants?
About 2 to 3% of area every year.
Wow, so it's a constant cycle.
It's a constant cycle, and
That's
it's gonna supply those 2 or 3% of area to be replanted.
Wow.
There's a very young,
Yeah.
I would say it's not more than 2 weeks here.
These are 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
That is beautiful.
So this is coming from the mother
Okay.
plantation.
And this
It's a
is the-
special one.
This is the cutting here.
This is the cuttings, this is what we call cuttings.
Every single plant coming from the cuttings is identical to the mother plant.
Exactly.
So it gives you consistent quality, and that's what we like.
Every stage, from the seedlings and the very careful way they nurture those baby plants in the soil. And I mean, there's like a whole formula of like how to make it strong from the very beginning.
Let's say the food on top of it,
It
It'll
will
just
never.
stay up there.
they just take it whatever it is. We want to sort of force the young leaves to struggle to find the food
Oh, yeah.
inside.
So it
they have
encourages the roots to develop.
Sure, and it makes it stronger.
This is more important than any other stage.
From the very first moment, you're all about pure, simple quality.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder the tea is so good.
For us in Pure Leaf, it's really important to partner with estates like this to raise the standards of the tea industry. The attention to detail that is happening on this estate is quite amazing.
From literally the seedlings to the factory, they get processed into the dried tea that we use for pure leaf. I say process, it's more of a craft to me.
Darby, Alex, after you've seen the tea estate from the small young leaf, the tea are being brought to this tea factory.
Our tea is in there.
Yeah. So this is like a collection bag. Pluckers can have 1 or 2 bags per day of that. They're fast.
I
they
think
are
I only
like
got like that much.
exactly. After the collection from the trucks, we bring it here. These fresh leaves are going to be heated with rotary panners to stop the oxidation process. That's the main difference between the black tea and green tea.
So this is where the first magic of tea happens. Black and green tea
That's
come from the
amazing.
same plant.
Yeah.
The only difference is that the black tea, once crushed and exposed to air, will start to oxidize, just like an avocado or
Right, and so it gets
chopped
darker
apple. Or,
and it gets stronger.
Exactly.
You take care of the leaves every step.
Every step.
After it's loaded onto these conveyor belts, it makes its way to the next step in the process.
What we see now is the first drying process, which is a rotary panner machines. The leaf coming from up there, drop here, and inside there are 2 rolling drums.
That's what keeps the leaf green as opposed to black.
From there, we take it into the second machine, which is the rolling table.
So the pure leaf teas all use these rolling apparatus. It's almost as if you roll it between 2 hands, and that brings all the flavors and aromas out. A very authentic, simple process. Time, air, and patience.
The tea is sustainably grown. In fact, in 2009, Dewata earned Rainforest Alliance certification in recognition of their farming practices. And Dewata even plants trees to offset the factory's environmental impact.
Where are we, Robbie?
We are in what we call the arboretum, basically where we have collection of trees. So we have a tradition for the first timer who come to the Dewata estate. It is mandatory for them to plant a tree. Even though it's like a small, simple task, they can make an impact. So basically, your
that's my
names
name.
and your name, Alex White.
That's nice.
So let's do it.
Ready, set, go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Robbie, these are indigenous plants from the rainforest here?
Yes, it is. It's we call local names Rasamala.
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 Okay. Gonna water mine a little more.
That's it. You are part of the solution.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We go back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Wow.
It's such a cool feeling to know that even in a small way, I contributed to the beauty of Dewata. I traveled halfway around the world to the Dewata Tea Estate in Indonesia, and it's been amazing to see where something I love so much comes from. Now it's time for the best part, tasting. This is the tasting room where each variety of tea that comes from the estate is sampled for quality control.
Wait, why are you doing that? Has there some technique there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typically, you would slurp very noisily so that you vaporize the tea in your palate and are able to distinguish the aromas.
Okay, so that
Wow.
then we go for the entering into a Japanese type green tea. So
Okay.
we have first one. This is what we call
It's a darker,
hojicha.
Smell that.
almost like wood. Like it's very
Roasted.
earthy. Yeah. Oh,
It's
it's
a very
roasted. Okay, that's
roasted
why.
tea.
Yes, no wonder it smells like
It's
a
very
campfire to me.
popular in Japan.
The color is beautiful. I'm gonna do the third before I forget about the first two. Whoa. Okay, this is what I experienced: light, medium, dark. I mean, in terms of intensity.
Yeah,
Yeah?
you're right.
In my mind, three things determine the flavor of a tea leaf. Where it grows is fundamental, just like wine. And the second thing is how it's picked. And then thirdly, the way it's manufactured will also, of course, make a big difference. And when I say manufactured, it's really a craft.
So next, we have what we call cornacha.
This looks like mowed grass.
Yeah.
You know, it's so green and fine.
Okay, so now we are entering into black tea. We do it what we call the Darjeeling way
I knew it.
processing. Darjeeling is very
See the lighter
famous
colour?
for the aroma.
Smell a distinctive muscatel grape aroma.
This one smells
Right.
amazing.
Isn't that amazing that all of this comes from one plant?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yes, Camellia
truly had
sinensis.
no idea.
We feel that for consumers, they deserve to have all the goodness of pure tea leaves. So it is our responsibility as a tea producers to produce a good quality of tea leaves. All right.
All
Let's
right.
keep going.
So let's keep going in the last three ones.
Robbie, I don't need to taste these. I know what these are. This is the gunpowder tea that we use in the pure leaf tea bags.
This one here.
Yes.
Exactly.
And the leaves are so beautiful the way they're all
So
rolled.
they're tightly
out.
rolled and then
Yeah.
they unfurl during the brewing process.
Look, it's 2 leaves and a bud.
Exactly.
Literally
Exactly.
what I was holding.
This morning.
What I've experienced here, it's real tea. It's real, genuine, authentic, simple, and I'm thrilled about that.
Do you want to be surprised?
Yeah,
All right. Do you see this amount of tea here?
sure.
That's about the amount that goes into a pure leaf bottle.
All of this?
All of this.
Wow, 1 bottle of tea.
That just shows how much work goes behind a bottle of pure
And
leaf.
how much care, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tea is an agricultural commodity and it varies a lot, as you know. And our job is to keep the quality constant. And the way we do that is using blends. In blends, we may have 3 to 4 to 5 different origins that we then mix accordingly in a way that we always have the same pure leaf experience.
To see Alex in the tea tasting room, that was impressive. And he really knows the difference between cutting corners and getting the very best quality tea leaves.
So we would, blend it according to how the teas would taste, and we would taste them exactly like we just did. We make a judgment call based on our expertise, and we try and deliver always the same experience. It works like this. We add tea to water that is not boiling. We brew our teas at a little bit of a cooler temperature, and that's a little bit of our secret to get a smoother taste and a much clearer appearance. I mean, see how crystal clear this
Yeah,
is.
it's like the color of a pear.
So we brew it the perfect amount of time to give it that nice, smooth flavor.
I love how simple it is.
Let's try some. And you can tell me what you think. So what do you think?
Wow.
I don't think there's any closer that you can get to a fresh brewed iced tea.
No wonder I love it.
Great. This is like, we see the whole process, huh?
So now you know where your tea goes.
To bid us farewell, Robbie brings us to the village center, where the children are treating us to a very special performance.
This is really an amazing place. I can understand why it's called Dewata. It is really paradise, and I've never seen so many smiles, so many beautiful people around me.
Thank you for being so kind. I feel very welcome here and so moved by how sweet everyone is, and I feel very lucky to be here.
I have no words. I'll never forget this.
I'm floored by everything I've experienced here on the tea estate. From the dedication and care of the pickers to the surprisingly simple process of getting the tea from the fields to you. And most importantly, the people who live and work here.
To get to see the entire process, from seed to sip, I mean, it's just spectacular.